I went on a diet a little bit ago, trying to lose some weight. I had a good week. Sometime toward the end of January, right after Obama got inaugurated, I lost 10 pounds of white guilt, which was good. No, but I quit smoking. And I feel bad for smokers, which is good. Yeah, smoked a little bit. I feel bad for smokers, not for the obvious reasons like black lung, but because they have no rights. People shit on smokers. I was watching this guy smoke a cigarette the other day on a sidewalk outside, and for 5 minutes, people just walked by him like, it's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. I hate you. Ridiculous. And then on top of that, 2 bike cops came over and told him to put the cigarette out or he'd get a citation because it's against the law. So not only was he shunned by his fellow citizens, but he had to adhere to a ridiculous law enforced by 2 grown men on matching Schwinns who looked like their mothers dressed them that morning. What the fuck's with bike cops? It's like in the morning, like, I laid out your uniform just like you like it, Timmy, right on your bed. With the tight pleated khakis and your nifty little utility belt with the belt straps all buckled in for you. Thanks, Mom. And it's Officer Timmy. We already went over this. Sorry. Officer Timmy. Don't forget your helmet, honey. Remember, it's the law. I know, Mom. I enforce the law, remember? All right, I'm going to go catch some bad guys. Bye, Mom. Every time I see those guys like riding down the street in groups of 4, it looks like they're going to break out into a musical at any moment. Just like, dun, 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 we're bike cops, whoa, we're bike cops, whoa. We patrol the streets for drugs and crime. We can adjust our seats at the drop of a dime. We're bike cops, whoa. We didn't do too well on our police exam, but we can pop a wheelie and ride with no hands. We're bike cops, whoa. If you run from us, we'll just pedal faster. If you hop in a car, well then you're a bastard. We'll get you eventually. We're bike cops! It's a rock musical, so yeah, you know, famous people. We like to. That's what we're trying to live the dream. We're all fascinated by famous people and what they're doing and what they're wearing, who they're sleeping with. We read about them in magazines like Star and People in Us. Exactly, Us. Shouldn't it be called Them? I don't know. I don't know how many of us adopt a different baby from a different continent a week and shave a mohawk into their faces. My favorite part of that magazine is like, they're just like us. They're just like us. Reese Witherspoon, she's just like us. She has feet. They're just like us. They throw birthday parties for their kids in their backyard. And their backyard is behind their $25 million mansion in the south of France. Wolfgang Puck is personally catering the event. They've hired the ghost of Louis Armstrong to sing happy birthday to the motherfucker. Just like us. Here's a fun thing to do when you're driving. Little side note. You know the thing that happens when you do something that pisses somebody off on the road and they drive up behind you and to your side and go like this? To just give you that look, right? So next time that happens and you notice the person coming up on your left, just put both hands on your wheel and go, ah! And they'll be like, that was a monster. And they just cut, you know, kind of starts a whole fun thing. When I'm not living the dream, I substitute teach middle school for Los Angeles Unified School District. Thank you very much. Yes. And middle school is the age where kids are learning how to become assholes. And they're really good at it. And I wasn't in middle school that long ago where I forgot, like, in the morning, parents give their kids cocaine. Because I'll be sitting, you know, at my desk at like 8 a.m. and I hear at the door. So I go to open the door and there's 25 little gacked out guys. And like they're sweating. Like, why are you sweating? Because we're 12. And to them, like, their fix is a video setup. Like, can we watch a video? No. And then they start to bargain like crack addicts. Like, I'll let you eat some of my hot Cheetos, mister. No. I'll show you pictures of my sister's quinceañera. No. I'll suck it. No. Sit down. Carlos, you sit down there. It's LA Unified, so you guys know. Yes. So, anyways, I'm single. I am a single man. I'm dating. Dating's fun, sure. Why not? Dating's fun, like when you actually are attracted to someone, you go on a few dates and you get to learn about them. And it's all fun. The thing is, for the guys, though, it can be very stressful, especially before that moment when you actually sleep together, because there's the anticipation that just sears into your brain of just, I want to see you naked. That really just kind of is there always, just boobies. Like, no matter what, you know what I mean? And the women have all the control. They are the ones that will bring you in when they want to. You can't just be like, I want to sleep with you, because you won't. So you got to play it cool and just kind of hope that you get brought in, right? And just to like explain to the women, you know, we're not really perverted, it's just how it is. Like, you can compare it to when we were kids and you hadn't been to Disneyland yet. You know that feeling? And like, you knew of Disneyland, you know kind of what it's about, you've seen the commercials and the movies, and like kids come to school, they're like, I went to Disneyland yesterday, and you're like, really? And you kind of like, maybe I'll go, maybe I won't, I don't know, you know? But you can't like, and your mom has all the control with that, you can't just say, I want to go to Disneyland, because you won't. You got to get brought in, so you just kind of play it cool, and you just hope for that day, and then that day comes, your mom's like, we're going next week. And that whole week, you're just like, and you can't sleep, and you have like 8-year-old stubble and like an ulcer, and you're just like, whoo. And then that time comes when you actually cross the turnstile and you see the magic castle, and there's, you know, the sounds and the smells, and there's Mickey over there. There's Mickey, hey Mickey. And there's Mickey, and what you want to do to Mickey is put your legs around his ears and just start humping Mickey, and just like, ah! But you can't, right? I mean, you can't do that. That would be ridiculous, because you're having so much fun, you want to be brought back. So you kind of got to play it cool. It's like, hey, Mickey, what's up? How are you? Yeah, no, we've met like 10 times before. Yeah, no. We met last year. It was fun. All right, cool. I'll see you later, Mickey. Nice. And then you walk right, then you freak out. And it's like the same as when that time finally comes on the date, when you get brought in and she takes off the package and you see the Fantasyland in front of you, and there's Frontierland down there, which is just really, and then she turns around and she's like, that's Neverland, but that's fine. I mean, that's fine. Because you know, like maybe Tomorrowland, that might happen, but that's, and then you just see like her 2 Epcot Center perfectly shaped breasts, and you want to just take out your Mr. Toad and splash all over her mountains. Treat her like the Matterhorn that she is and just go crazy, but you can't, because you want to be brought back, so you just kind of, you keep it in, you're like, oh, yeah, and you do all that stuff, like, yeah, that's so good, and then you're kind of hanging out afterwards, and you look over in bed, and she's just sitting there, and you hear her start humming, "It's a small world after all." Hey! All right, thank you very much. I'm Adam Harrington.